rise here today to discuss some points on the Governor's address, which I feel has been left out during his address. As I've already read out some following points. The number one, any effective measures to combat illegal mining activities in regard to minor minerals. Illegal extraction of minor minerals is happening in the Garo Hills region and has become a very serious concern. It may look very small, this issue, but it has enormous effect. It results into loss of revenue to the government. The illegal quarrying and unauthorized transportation in the Garo Hills region has impacted the environment as well. The illegal mining not only leads to the results of loss of revenue, like I have said earlier just now, it destroys the whole environment. The whole vegetation is affected. It also affects the water sources by drying it up. Last month, I visited one of the sites where illegal stone quarrying was taking place. And there, I have witnessed large-scale mining of stones, illegal mining of stones in that area. Which has created destruction of environment in a very large-scale way. After seeing the destruction in that area, I was saddened, and I further went into checking what is really happening in that area. There are more than 70, 80 stone quarries in that area, unauthorized, illegal stone quarries in that area. And what shocked me further was the use of explosives, the dynamites, in the extraction of these stones in that area. So, by witnessing this, I suspect that these illegal activities are controlled by some mafia, stone mafia, who runs this whole operation. If it was not controlled by some criminal-minded and mafias, then who would have used that explosives to extract these stones in that area? It not only destroys the environment, it has also taken precious lives. Just recently, in the month of January, one precious life has been lost, and it is very much related to the illegal stone quarries in the West Garo Hills region. The person who was a social activist, they went to check the illegalities which is being carried out there. But while coming back from the site, they were ambushed. And unfortunately, one activist had to lose his life. It's very unfortunate. So if that stone quarries are not run by some mafia or organized crime syndicate, then who would have had the guts to kill those social activists, ambush them, attacking them, assaulting them, by taking the law into their own hands? It's a serious concern. This stone quarry not only degrades or destroys the environment, but it has taken the life of our own people. And now, because of that stone quarry, one life has already been lost, and in related to that, now there is a sense of fear and insecurity among the people in that region. So, it not only has taken the life of a person, but it has created the fear and sense of insecurity among the two communities in Garo Hills. Till now, we may say that the situation in Garo Hills is normal, but it is not. And it began with the stone quarry. It began with the extraction of stones illegally in Garo Hills. I would like to draw one issue which happened under my constituency in 2021. I wasn't elected then. The people from one village called Satigri, they filed a complaint to SDO Civil against one big company who was doing the construction of road from Rongram to Fulbari for taking out the mining the sand from the river bed itself. They were using the machineries, and they were extracting the sand by going into the middle of the river, Ringi River. But no action was taken. And today, I will also say, in that regard, I also filed an FIR myself. I approached the police. I also filed an FIR against that company for that illegal activity. But no action was taken. Surprising. So, this type of illegalities are being done in the eye of the law keepers. This is a serious concern. If the villagers goes to the administration and complains against such illegal activities, no action is being taken. So where these villagers will go? So those people who killed the innocent social activists who were there to check the illegalities being done in the Wadagokri area just recently, they are not ordinary people. If they were ordinary people, they could not get the explosives to use to extract the, stones from that area. If they were ordinary people, they would not have organized such number of people to ambush those social activists. So I would like to put forward this issue in this August House. This is very serious. And another issue which I would like to discuss, the comprehensive measure to deal with illegal immigration and influx in our state. The state of Meghalaya shares a very long boundary with Bangladesh, which we all know. While we were having that question hour, we were discussing that, and someone, my own colleague, he was stating that we share a very long boundary with Bangladesh. And time and again, we have seen in the newspapers the reports that carries the news about Bangladeshis being apprehended, being detected inside the territory of Meghalaya. This is very scary. Some people may not have been detected. We don't know the exact number of people who are sneaking into our territory of Meghalaya. So it's very scary. And another one, which comes from the neighboring state of Assam. Last year, Assam has conducted eviction drives on those people who were occupying forest lands. Now they are landless, and we are very near to them. And I fear these people, they will sneak into our Meghalaya. Once they have sneaked into our Meghalaya, they will try to snatch away our land, even our source of livelihood. It will affect us in a very negative way in many aspects. Economically, they will come and they will snatch our jobs. That will impact us negatively in economic aspects. So to detect all this illegal immigration, which we have already discussed in the question hour, also about the implementation of ILP. Yes, ILP is not a state subject, it's a central subject. So it's still pending in with the central government. I would like to urge the government of the day to implement MRSSA 2016, so that all these illegal immigrants and the large-scale influx can be checked. Yesterday, I heard our Honorable Home Minister saying that this MRSSA is being implemented in some pockets of Khasi Hills. I heard him saying, why not in other parts? It should be implemented not only in Khasi Hills, it should be implemented in the whole of our state. That is my humble request. And speaking about pollution, water pollution, when we talk about pollution, we always give focus to air pollution only. We don't give focus, we don't give our concern to water pollution. Water pollution is becoming a serious issue. Illegal and unregulated mining has contaminated once again. In this issue also, that mining has come up. Contaminated rivers and streams affecting aquatic life in our state. We cannot ignore the long-term effect it will bring. And there is also the problem of land and solid waste management. Sometimes the drains are clogged with plastics. And these plastics, during the monsoon, leads us to floods in the roadside, and the situation becomes immovable. I mean, we cannot move through that road. It happens in, I have seen in Shillong also, in Polo area, it used to flood it. So these are my areas of concern. And of course, there is law and order situation, which has arisen in Garo Hills region. It began with the killing of Mr. Dipok R. Marak, who happens to be from Tigrigila. He was murdered in the dead of the night, and his body was left on the NPT road, that Assam Medipara Pulbari Tura road. And his body was discovered in the morning, lifeless body. And after that, which I have mentioned, that lad Dilseng M. Sangma has lost his life. And now, sense of fear and sense of anguish is there in Garo Hills region. People are not moving freely from one place to another. Situation, we can say from far the situation is under control, but it's not. The fire is still there. And in the social media, everyone must have seen that ISIS poster in Tura. It scares everyone, threatening Garo people with in the poster that you will be wiped out, you will be outcasted from Garo Hills by 2027, 28, like that. So these are serious problems, law and order problems. People are in fear now. And even the NGOs, they are up in arms against some particular community. This type of law and order problem is there in Garo Hills. And the issue of, I would like to highlight the issue of mandatory cash memo in the wine shops. It may sound funny, but some of my friends, they inform me, "Sir, please, can you raise this issue in the assembly?" I also laugh at first after hearing that. What happened actually? No, you see, they are selling the liquors in a very overcharged price. When we ask for cash memos, they are not issuing. So can you bring that up? So I said, okay. I represent those people who doesn't drink and even those people who drinks. So okay, I will do that. And so here I am, and I'm speaking on their behalf. And yes, they were saying that one black label, they are selling for 3,900. 3,900. But when we see the MRP, it is only 3,702. So 198 overcharge. When they ask for the receipt or cash memo, they don't give, because they will be caught. And they came to Shillong also. They are from Garo Hills. The Garo Hills, it was happening in Garo Hills, so they came to Shillong to check. Even in Shillong, they are selling it for 3,900. It is it is not a, yeah, it looks like an organized syndicate, mafia type. So this is also a issue. Maybe it's not a serious issue, but if people won't buy liquors, then we may lose on revenue also. That is why I raised this issue. And last year I raised one issue about bad road disease and all. So under my constituency, Tadingri, people were making their earning through arecanut plantation. Now it has all died down due to that disease. Now sometimes they are asking financial assistance from me for the admissions for their children. In the election, they were the one who had helped me. Now they are asking financial assistance. Arey brother, sir, all the arecanut plantation has died down, so we don't have any option. So can you help us with that amount, with that such and such? It's very, saddening. I feel so pity for them, but, we cannot also do anything in that. So all those arecanut plantation has already been died down. It cannot be brought back to life. But if the government of today can arrange some alternate livelihood some alternate livelihood programs, then it would have helped the people of my region. And I saw some drones being flying around, spraying some medicines over the top of the arecanut plantation under my constituency. But it's yet to be done in other constituencies. Sometimes I feel scared. Why it's only under my constituency? Why not in other constituency? Is Dadangri being treated as guinea pig? I feel like that sometimes for tasting. So is it because I raised this issue in this floor? Now the government has sent some experts to taste there. But the people there, they're quite happy with the experiment. I appreciate that. But we are yet to get the results, see the results. But alternate arrangement for their livelihood should be done. Otherwise, their life will be going back to that age where they started. And I would like to place one issue, which is cashless transaction in the enforcement check gets. If it is cashless transaction, the government will get more revenue. Now we can see, because of the absence of cashless transaction, some employees who are there, they are taking advantage of that. So, taking into consideration of that fact, we should start that cashless transaction in the enforcement directorate. And last year, it was a matter of pride when our Meghalaya started its own university, Captain Williamson Sangma State University. And the teaching and non-teaching staff, They were appointed on ad hoc basis or temporarily, on contractual. Till today, they are working as contractual employees. And they are getting lump sum of 50,000. 50,000. And the location where our university is very far from Tura. And all those teaching staffs, they are staying in Tura. So in fuel expenses, some 20 to 30,000 are being spent on monthly basis. So how we expect those teaching staffs and other staffs to deliver in their duties? So kindly look into this matter with a serious concern. And their jobs has to be regularized, has to be done in a permanent way. This is my humble submission. There are many issues which may look small, but sometimes it affects our everyday life. Like we always talk about decongestion and traffic management in cities like Shillong and Tura, but sometimes we should look into those areas where the urbanization is rapidly coming in. Like in my constituency, Dadengri and Jingjal. Jingjal is the place where this airport is going to be operationalized soon. So there should be a planning so that in future it won't be decongested. Traffic congestions will not take place. Not only in Dadengri, Jingjal subdivisions, in other subdivisions also, there should be a planning. Some NGOs in Dadengri, they have written to the DC and SDO Civil as well to look into that matter, to form a committee, a planning committee, so that all the people will not encroach into the government PWD land. This initiative will benefit the people in the long run. Otherwise, like what we are seeing today, we will be compelled to see eviction of people, demolition of the habitat to make way for the future projects. And in my constituency, I'm drawing my attention towards my constituency. There is no science stream. So in order to study science, the young students, they have to come to Tura. So if science and commerce can be introduced in Dadengri itself, then it will benefit the people of Dadengri. So these are the important issues which I have dwelled so that the government can look into and solve for the better benefit of the public. And in Dadengri CHC, there is shortage of staff also. Not only those medical staff, but those staffs who are working as dhobi, cook, and sweeper, even sweeper. If there is no sweeper, then who will clean the hospital, the CHC? If there is no cook, then who will cook for the patients who are admitted in the CHC? So that is why the Dadengri CHC is in a very pathetic condition. have visited them. And the medical officer in charge, she informed me about the absence of cook and other staffs. These are the issues which I placed in this August House, and I won't speak much, though I can speak long, but some other my colleagues, dear colleagues, will also be waiting to speak. I would like to resume my seat. Thank you, sir.